Hello and welcome to the AFL Auto Blend 3D car creation channel. This is the next in the 1905 Star Gordon Bennett Racer Blender tutorial series, and in this episode we'll be doing the spokes. We've got 12 spokes to put in around, and to do that we'll be using an array modifier. Just a quick look at the reference images to see what we've got to do with the wheels. So in this episode we'll be putting in the spokes. In the next episode following that we'll be putting in these rivets. We'll also be putting in the curvature in between the end of the spokes here and the slight curvature here. If you look closely, there's a little indentation there, a little curve there, which we'll be putting in. Okay. And also the tar valve. So that will be in the episode following this. So let's get into it. So the first thing to do is to make sure that your cursor is in the center of the mass where you want to spin these spokes around. So we'll select this, press Object, press A to select all vertices, press Shift and S and choose cursor to selected. So if we spin it around, you can see the cursor is in the center there, which is what we want. So press Tab to get back into object mode. Now we also need this and this, the origins of this and this, to be in the center. So we choose this first and set origin to 3D cursor. Okay, we'll choose this next and choose origin to 3D cursor. Okay, now we need a control to spin the spokes around. Okay, so by doing that we'll add in an empty. So Shift and A, we'll put in an empty plane axis, so that's there. We now need to point the spokes towards the empty. So choose the spoke, excuse me, choose a spoke, go to little spanner here, and at this instance we'll add in the array modifier. So add in the array modifier. We know there's 12 spokes, so press 12 here. Okay, take no notice of this at the top for the time being. We don't want relative offset. What we want is object offset. So tick that little box there, open up the menu, and we'll see this. We can either search through it by clicking here, or we can select it by using the little eyedropper here. So click on it once, bring the eyedropper across until it highlights object empty, and then click your left mouse button, and that's there. Okay, so we now click this and we want to take the rotation with everything to be 0. So choose the empty, press 0 there, and press 0 there, 0, and return. So now we've got this. So we choose this. Okay, press R to rotate. Right, we're not quite there yet. So Shift and A, Control and A, sorry, rotation. So Control and A, and then just apply rotation. Okay, so now press R, and we're still not there. So Control and A and press scale. So press R and go round until everything's there. Press return. Okay, let's move me out of the way. Choose rotate. Now we know the spokes are, there's a 360 degrees in a circle, and there's 12 spokes. So what we'll do is, in the angle, we'll type in 30, and that will put it in absolute. Okay, so now we go into 3. In this instance, I'd like to because we're not changing individual, because we've done all we're going to do on the spoke, okay, we've shaped it to how we want. We're not going to change it in any way. I'd like to apply it. So if we go back to the little spanner here, go to the array button and press apply. Now when you click that, that is one object which is 12 spokes. So if you want to make any changes now, you're going to have to make the changes to each spoke, okay, but we don't want to do that. So now we want to move, so we'll get the array, we'll get the empty now and press H to hide it, and now we want to mirror it to the other side. So let's disable the blueprint visibility, go to 3. We're just doing the front at the moment, so we need to add in a mirror modifier. So choose the spoke, add in a mirror modifier, okay, and before we do that we need all of these objects back into, so the origin is in the center of the world. So press object, set origin to, right, first off press Shift and S, cursor to world origin, then put press object, set origin to 3D cursor, choose that one because we changed that, object, set origin to 3D cursor, and I think everything else should be, yeah, everything else is in 3D. So by doing that we've already placed the spokes on the other side, which you can see. Okay, so that's a short one. I mean, I've not mirrored some of these by the looks of it, so let's do that while we're here. So let's hide the ones that we know are correct, so that the spokes, hide, that we know is on both sides. Okay, so choose this, apply the mirror, Shift and A, location. Okay, so that's that one done. So we'll hide that. This one, turn on the mirror modifier, Shift and A, location, and that's that one done. So hide this one. So this one first, we haven't got a mirror modifier on that, so add a mirror modifier, mirror, Shift and A, location. Let's put it on the wrong axis, so let's choose the axis we want, and apply all transforms. So transforms, or Shift and A, apply all transforms. So we need to put that back on the X now and take it off the Z. Okay, so that's that one done. So hide it. Now this one is the last one, so add a mirror modifier, make sure it's on the X-axis, press Shift and A, location, press Shift and A, all transforms, and there it is, and press hide that. So bring everything back by pressing Alt and H. There we are. We don't need the empty, we can hide that. In fact, we can get rid of that. So press X to delete the empty. So there we are. That's the front spokes, or the first section of the front spokes done. We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.